Hey, Mike Oglesby here, talking about the information product strategy, building block 4, module 2, building trust and credibility. People love buying packaged learning and experiences. They're easy to understand, therefore they're easy to buy. So products and programs designed to serve and meet your target market's urgent needs and compelling desires are very powerful tools for building trust and credibility. Moreover, the right products and programs can help you build a more effective sales cycle, giving you low barrier to entry offers that help you leverage your time and build your brand. Let's talk about the red hot benefits of information products. You can speed up your sales cycle and create low barrier to entry offers. You will enhance your credibility with everyone you meet. You can make more money per hour. You can make money while you sleep, and it allows you to stop trading your time for money, which seriously limits you. Let's talk about how to create an information product. Now, don't let creating a product intimidate you. It can be something as simple as a tip sheet or a guide or some other kind of manual. That's fine. The objective is to strive to add as much value as possible to your clients' lives. You want to keep it simple. Don't overdo it. Don't feel like it's got to be perfect. And don't feel like you have to be wildly original. With these things in mind, you're ready to define your product or program, you're ready to develop your product or program, and you're ready to launch your product or program. So let's take a look at these in depth. Defining your product or program. Choose the one thing you're most passionate and excited about right now. But most importantly, make sure it lines up with your business needs. For example, if you're just starting out and you need to build your list, you'll need to build a lead generating product, one that you offer for free so that you can build that relationship and create that connection with your potential clients. It is critical that your product or program meet the needs of your target market. So it doesn't matter if you like to build a certain something or create a certain type of product. If your target market doesn't need it, you'll be defeating your purpose. Let's talk about developing your product. There are 5 steps to developing your product. Step 1, you need to choose what role you're going to play. Step 2, choose your product framework. Step 3, choose a title that sells. Step 4, build your table of contents. And step 5, create your content. Let's look at these in depth. Step 1, choose the role you're going to play. Is it going to be expert, where this is what you have done and your theory on why it works? Researcher, where you've gathered and compiled information that meets your target market's needs and desires? Interviewer, where you interview other experts in their respective fields and compile the information? Or is it going to be repurposer? This is where you modify existing content with permission for different purposes. Let's look at step 2. Choose your product framework. You can choose to be problem solver or problem solution, where you state the problem people face and then you supply or you present a solution. Numerical, where you create a series of key lessons. Chronological, where a specific chronological order is needed in order for the product to make sense. Reference, which is a valuable resource or compilation of information that you deliver to your target market. Compare and contrast, where you talk about different scenarios or options and you compare and contrast them. Or modular, where independent units are compiled to form an overall structure. Let's talk about step 3, choosing a title that sells. Do you want it to be suspenseful? Do you want it to grab their attention, tell a story, make an emotional connection, address a fear, or do you want it to be a solution to a problem? Now, don't get hung up on this step. A great title can take some time. So choose a working title and then work on making it better as you move through the next steps. Let's talk about step 4, building your table of contents. Your table of contents should be easy to scan. It should allow your reader an understanding of the content and main points. Also, your table of contents is going to help make your content more manageable, to break it up into smaller pieces. It'll be more manageable for you to create. Now let's talk about step 5, creating your content. A straightforward way of creating your content is by using a 3-part formula. Part 1, based on your table of contents, choose 2 to 5 key points per section. Part 2, flesh out each key point per section with supportive content. And part 3, repeat part 2 over and over until you have created your finished product. So let's talk about launching your product or program. You'll want to use a 3-part product launch sequence. Part 1, pre-launch. Part 2, launch. And part 3, post-launch. Remember, you are how you market. Consider what you stand for and how you want to be known, as well as what the people you serve want to be treated like. So let's look at these individually. Let's look at the pre-launch. You'll want to warm up your audience with tidbits of content that is easy for them to consume. Your teaser content should be designed to get people thinking about the specific problem that your product content addresses, as well as the result that your product promises. Let's look at step 2, your launch. You're ready to hit send on your We're Live email, as well as you want to talk about your product launch on social networking sites, your blog, and other relevant platforms. Now let's look at part 3, your post-launch. Generally, sales die down after the first few days. However, you can reignite this. There are ways. For example, you can add bonuses to the product to make it more appealing. You can create special live or web-based events and give free tickets out to those people who bought your product. So what do you do with your product once your launch is over? Well, are you going to put it on your website and sell it for a different price? Or are you going to take it off the market for 6 months and then do a second launch? If you decide to pull it off the market, you'll want to create a web page thanking people for their interest, and then also letting them know or suggesting that they opt in through a web form so that they'll be among the first people to know once the product is relaunched. Using this strategy, it gives you the opportunity to build trust and credibility with those people before your second launch. And that is the information products strategy.